screen that time on Carter. We've seen her use a lot of pick and roll action with Stanley. Just caught her moving her feet that time a little bit on the screen. Also, she's been terrific on the inside defensively for App State in this second half.
Busey. Charlotte really needed that one, but Connick pulls down an offensive board. This one intercepted. Bigot with numbers. Drops it off to Stanley, and she had it swatted from behind, but there was contact.
Great steal by Bigot. Read that all the way. Brings it up the floor, drops it off for Stanley on a great find. And now Stanley will go to the line for a couple shots. So really good off the turnover for App State. That's the 15th turnover now for Charlotte, as App continues to win that turnover battle.
So Stanley back to the free throw line for the Mountaineers. 4 of 6 at the charity stripe today with 13 points. And got in a bit of foul trouble. She's actually played a significantly less amount of minutes than what you might normally see. She picked up her third around the midway mark of the third quarter, so had to come out a little bit. And knocks it down. So a 10-point lead for Appalachian State, the first double-digit lead from either team.
Well, Stanley has struggled from the field. As we mentioned, she has 6 of 8 at the free throw line, so she's made the free ones.
Tight pass inside to Harris. And then she tried to drop it off to a cutting Busick, who was tied up on the floor. So the possession arrow going to favor the 49ers here. Running out of time, though, a little less than 9 minutes to play.
Great active hands again on defense by App State. It's led to Charlotte turning it over 15 times so far this afternoon.
Got to pay attention to Callie Connick as well. 14 of her 16 made shots last year were from 3. And Charlotte only has 2 made triples in this contest today.
Just 2 of 11 from three-point range. And they've had some open looks. They just haven't been able to knock them down so far.
It's been a good ball game between these two. Dancing around the top was Octavia Jet Wilson. Connick had it swiped out of her hands by Bigot. And Charlotte able to regain possession.
Bigot has really good hands on the defensive end. She has really quick, good hands, able to get them in, deflect that.
Another offensive board for Charlotte, and Harris off the catch and turnaround for 2.
Very nice shot from Harris. We hadn't called her name in a while. App had done a pretty good job of neutralizing her in this second half.
A much-needed bucket for Jasmine Harris and the Charlotte 49ers. Tapped around, and a turnover.
It's not a pass that you really needed if you're App State. Stanley kind of trying to force that one in there.
So a quick 4-0 run after Busick lays it home. And all of a sudden, back to a 6-point lead for the Mountaineers.
Needs to get back to doing what they did in the third quarter, being aggressive on the boards, taking better care of the basketball.
Porter sets her feed. Couldn't quite connect. And Charlotte, an important possession here. Trying to feed it inside. And a tie-up. This one's going to the Mountaineers.
16 turnovers now. Good hands by Elder. Ends up leading to that tie-up by Stanley. Forces a turnover. App State's been able to put in, by the way, 18 points off the 16 turnovers so far for Charlotte. So App State making them pay as well.
Janae Sanders back in for the Mountaineers.
Really showing off her confidence in the bench is Coach Elderkin by taking Stanley out the game.
Sanders couldn't finish it off glass and then stepped on the baseline, which will give it right back to the 49ers with 7:02 left to play in the fourth quarter.
That's a good take by Sanders. It just kind of rimmed out on her. It's a strong take though. Just got to finish that.
Open look. Cashing in was Busick.
Biggett was late on that rotation over to Busick. Gave her a wide open look.
3-point game. And a 7-0 run over the last minute and a half for Charlotte. Sanders, a lot of space. Couldn't cash in. Porter the putback, no, but she was hacked on the arm.
That's what App needs more of. That's what won that third quarter and led to them stretching that lead out, was pounding that offensive glass as they get their 19th offensive rebound of the afternoon. And if you're Sanders, you got to take that shot. If you're the point guard, somebody's giving you that much space at the top of the key, you got to take that shot.
Porter cashes in on the first. Her second trip to the charity stripe here in the game today is perfect. 3 of 3. Goes 1 of 2. 4-point Mountaineers lead. Just under 6.5 to play. Fourth quarter. Here inside of the beautiful Holmes Convocation Center. Only 25 fans in attendance. Sanders, good anticipation. Connick now has space for 3. In and out. That's their shooter. That's who they want taking those threes.
Porter has been so good on the glass as she gets that defensive rebound to give her the double-double on the afternoon. She has been terrific for this App State team on the glass, especially in this second half.
Brooke Biggett handling the rock right now for the Mountaineers.
Interesting.
Thought about it again.
Interesting to see, especially with Stanley on the floor.
Good move. That time from Stanley to get to the cup again.
That's a really good cut by Stanley. Notice that Gosnell had got herself in a little bit of trouble. Stanley came in to help her out. Gets the easy layup in front of the cup.
Williams surveying the floor for Charlotte. Elbow J would go. And Biggett pulls down the weak side board, but this one picked off by Linney. Back come the 49ers. Coast to coast, and Biggett charged with the foul.
And that looked like a pretty clean block from Biggett. She went up to contest that. Did a good job recovering defensively that time after she turned it over. That was a turnover that didn't really need. It was a pass that really wasn't there by Biggett.
So Linney, back at the free throw line for the 49ers, connects on the first.
This is not the person you want to foul if you're App State. 5 of 5 on the afternoon.
Makes them both. This one coming down to the wire. The season opener for both teams. Wouldn't have it any other way. The opening day of college basketball across the country in Division I. How about this smooth J from Lady Gosnell?
We haven't called her name much this afternoon, except for on the glass. But terrific move in the paint. They gave her a little bit of space. She took advantage of it.
Charlotte patiently awaiting a clean shot. Harris alone underneath, able to finish off the window.
They just lost her with all the movement. They ended up losing Harris under the basket. That's something, especially with the game on the line, that just can't happen if you're App State.
Gosnell again faces up, an easy jumper.
Harris wants no part of matching up with Gosnell away from the basket. I think Coach Elderkin, realizing that, has put Gosnell in at the 5, making that adjustment.
The ability to stretch the floor is Lady Gosnell. 64-58, a 6-point Mountaineers lead. You get a look at Angel Elderkin and her staff trying to pull out a season-opening win. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with more on ESPN+.